In the year 2030, the startup world was a battlefield of code, data, and relentless evolution. Gone were the days when a clever idea or a catchy slogan could win investors' hearts. The new kings of business were not just creative, they were intelligent, artificially intelligent. The startup ecosystem had become a digital jungle where survival depended not on human effort but on machine learning. Across the world, thousands of entrepreneurs watched their dreams burn out, not because they lacked ambition, but because they lacked AI. In San Francisco, a young founder named Ion sat in a small glass office staring at his laptop screen, watching the analytics dashboard of his company, FeedChain, collapse in real time. He had built his startup with heart and hope, a platform that helps small creators connect directly with audiences. For a year, everything soared. Investors praised it, influencers promoted it. Users loved it, but within months, the same users started disappearing. The reason? Competitors using AI knew what audiences wanted before they did. They could predict trends, personalize content, and target emotions with machine precision. While Ion's team brainstormed weekly, their AI-driven rivals improved hourly. Ion refused to accept it at first. He believed human creativity was sacred, that algorithms could never replace intuition. But as revenue fell, he began to see the truth: intuition without intelligence was just guessing. One night, while scrolling through tech news, he read an article about a startup named Neuro. They had built an AI that analyzed global emotions through real-time data and created content that emotionally resonated with millions. Their clients grew faster than anyone else in history. Ion realized that the game had changed. It was no longer about who worked harder, but who learned faster. At the next board meeting, he told his co-founders, "If we don't evolve, we die." The room fell silent. His partners resisted. "We're artists, not engineers," said one. "We can't afford AI," said another. "If we integrate it, we'll lose what makes us human," said the third. But Ion had already seen what refusing change did. It erased you from existence. Within 6 months, one competitor after another announced AI integration. Marketing startups used predictive data to sell dreams before customers even imagined them. E-commerce brands used AI to anticipate what buyers wanted before they searched. Design agencies no longer hired artists. They used AI models that generated thousands of creative ideas in seconds. Customer support centers, replaced by self-learning chat systems, now responded faster and better than any human team. The revolution wasn't coming. It had already taken over. Ion's company lost almost 80% of its users by mid. Desperate and nearly bankrupt, he found a small open-source AI collective that trained models for startups like his. It was his last hope. He poured every dollar left into rebuilding FeedChain from the ground up, not as a social platform, but as an intelligent ecosystem. The AI learned from every post, every like, every pause, every mood. It began predicting what users wanted before they even typed it. One morning, Ion logged in and saw the impossible engagement had doubled overnight. The AI had figured out the emotional pulse of his audience and adjusted the feed in real time. Users came back, investors returned. FeedChain was alive again. For the first time in months, Ion smiled. Not because he had saved his company, but because he understood the future. I wasn't stealing creativity. It was amplifying it. Those who rejected it weren't protecting humanities. They were denying. By the end of that decade, the numbers were clear. 90% of startups that refused to adopt AI were gone. Economists called it the Great Divide of innovation. On one side stood startups powered by smarter and nearly unstoppable. On the other side lay the ruins of companies that believed human effort alone could compete. The world had shifted, and those who didn't adapt became history. In a global summit years later, Ion stood on stage, now a respected visionary. When asked what separated the survivors from the fallen, he said quietly, "AI won't replace founders, but founders who use AI will replace those who don't." The future no longer rewards hard work, it rewards intelligent work. In this age, knowledge isn't power anymore. Learning is. His words echoed across the hall, a final warning to dreamers of tomorrow. The age of pure human startups had ended. The age of augmented intelligence had begun. Those who saw AI as a threat had already failed. Those who saw it as a partner were building empires. The truth was simple yet merciless by 2030. Startups didn't die from lack of funding or ideas. They died because they tried to fight the future instead of building with it.